I
You
don't
said
think
bargain basement Breaking Bad?
Greetings, everybody. Welcome to another edition of the Heroes Peak podcast. I am your host, Chris, with my friends, and we are going to talk about entertainment. We're going to talk about news. We're going to talk about culture and whatever the hell else we feel like. With
Not
me
the
today,
Knicks. Not the Knicks.
they're not culture, so we don't talk about the Knicks.
They're culture, all right.
All right. Well, with us to talk about Knicks culture, it's Keith. How you doing, Keith?
Hey, you. What's going on? Knicks are above 500.
What did I say, man? What did I say?
And here to argue that point, it's James. How you doing, James?
Knicks are above 500 is like the clock being right twice in the freaking day.
No, it's not. It's like the Knicks being above 500 and it's 35 games in. That's only happened 6 times in the last 20 years.
Yeah, so, twice in 24 hours. Yeah, I'm about right.
So, here to laugh at both of them is Brooks. How you doing, Brooks?
I'm great. You know, this is a conversation that I hear a lot between Keith and James, especially when we're like at the bar and, you know, after a couple libations, it gets a little lively, I would say.
But it's hard to argue. It's hard to argue against somebody who doesn't have a team, though. It's almost like
exactly where I was going.
But for me, it's
exactly where I was going.
Easy to just to hate on my.
But it's easy to argue
on my
it's
fandom.
Easy to argue,
which actually validates my fandom in a little bit more of a way.
But it's so easy to argue against a team that is just a self tragedy, like for 20, 30 years.
So that, like we can pick any team, like
maybe Sacramento,
but like
okay.
Let's argue against your team.
All right, so
I'm here too, you know.
Lastly, I'm going to introduce.
You guys won a championship, Mike.
A non-free agent fan. It's Mike. How you doing, Mike?
Yeah, I'm all right. So the Raptors are at 500. If that means anything to you guys.
Oh, that's sad, actually.
They'll still make the playoffs. Don't worry.
Brooks, how is the Lakers doing?
The Lakers are actually doing really well. Most importantly, my fantasy basketball team is doing really well and beat Kawaimia River last week. That's the name, right? That's your name, Chris?
Yes, Kawaimia River.
Kawaimia River, yep. Beat you guys last week. So, you know, life's good over here in the basketball world.
I probably spent more time figuring out a name for my team than I do managing my team.
Yeah, I need Brooks actually to pick it up a little bit. I'm really kind of disappointed that James is like so far ahead of her.
Well, hold on. He's ahead of me in rank, but not in points. But
the points are only important when it comes down to like playoff seeding.
Sure.
So what is our current seeding? So everybody knows where do we all in this podcast currently sit on our rankings?
I will tell you. I don't know if you want to.
I lost last week.
I don't know if you want to.
I'll tell you. Keith is not back on top.
Like Feisty McBuckets.
Keith is number one.
I fell down to number 2.
Feisty McBuckets is number 1, as he should be. Silver Surfer is oddly number 2, which sounds bad, but it actually is very, very good still for Silver Surfer.
Well, Silver Surfer went from number 1 to number 2.
Except James, you picked the name of a guy who's the number 2. Like you picked the Silver Surfer.
I will not have any Silver Surfer slander.
Yeah, but like he's always second
Silver
fiddle.
Surfer is number 2, but he's number 2
if you read his comics, you gotta read his comics.
So that looks good for you. That looks really good for you, Keith. That looks really good for you.
No, this is a Thanos league. Everybody is
I'm beating a god level talent.
That's right, because that would make you Galactus at this point.
Listen, I just lost to Grogu last week, which puts me at number 2.
All right, Late Show is number 6.
Wow,
six Late Show.
She jumped up because I was number 6 a while ago.
That's not very LeBron of you.
It's not. I don't know what's happening. My team all had COVID for the first 5 weeks of the season. And then, you know, I don't know. I'm just I need to set my game up. I will definitely agree on that level.
I'm disappointed. I'm disappointed. I feel like you should.
I know. I'm disappointed in myself. I'm just not.
Man, half of them didn't have
I'm
COVID.
like-
They're just not playing because they want to be traded out of your Lakeshore team.
All right. And give me the bad news. Where am I sitting right now?
You're at a comfortable 8, but you're at 500, so it's cool. Like you've won 5.
Hey,
games,
I'm like the Knicks.
You've lost 5 games. No,
I'm
we're actually one above 500.
Oh, okay.
So you're not like the Knicks.
I'm not like the Knicks.
And the Knicks are in 4th place in the East, so you're definitely not like the Knicks.
Hey, I'm in 4th place in this podcast.
I feel like I walked into the cafeteria and everybody's playing Magic the Gathering here.
Oh, dude! Like
You better learn that, Mike. You better start learning.
Yeah, I guess.
That was the illest flashback.
Next year, Mike will join our fantasy.
Yeah, I guess. Yeah.
Really, Mike, you don't have to do anything. You just have to come on and be a name that they can win against.
Yeah, just be
like me.
another fodder team.
All right. So today, outside of our sports update, we're going to talk a little bit news. We're going to talk Golden Globes, some winners, some losers. We're going to do some fan casting, which we've never done in this show, which I'm excited about. I've enjoyed fan casting since like 1994 when Wizards of the Coast introduced me to fan casting.
Wow, you just dropped Wizards of the Coast?
Yeah, don't you remember the X-Men spread in Wizards of the Coast 1992 or something like that?
Yes.
Okay, and then last we're gonna give everybody a lowdown what we're watching, some recommendations, and that's the show. That's the show. So here we go. News. What is the news going on? James, do you want to give us updates on what's going on in the world of entertainment?
So there was something called a Golden Globes Award this past Sunday on NBC. And
that's not an OnlyFans page, is it?
No, it's not an OnlyFans page.
You're jumping the gun, though. We were going to talk about some Spider-Man 3 news and Loki and all that stuff, right?
Wrong. We're going to start with the Golden Globes Award.
Okay, go ahead.
That's how we do here.
All right.
So I think we talked about the Emmys that came last year during COVID and how they was using Zoom technology and all that stuff, which I think that they did a pretty good job. Not what happened on Sunday with Tina Fey and Amy Poehler. By the way, I love the two of them. They're usually pretty good, but there's a lot of issues with the way the production and the awards ceremony was broadcasted on Sunday. But the bigger issue before that was the LA Times came out with an article saying how the Hollywood Foreign Press, who's responsible for the Golden Globes, have a panel of about 87 judges with 0 black representation, and that they were also paying for some of the reviewers of the movies to stay at an exorbitant hotel so they can kind of give them some nominations and stuff. Some really scandalous stuff. So of course, what happens in the first 2 awards that are given out are black actors trying to say, "Hey, listen, we don't have black representation, but we respect black talent," And then our guy from Black Panther who played Okoye's husband, who also was in the movie Get Out. I keep forgetting his name. Daniel, can't pronounce his last name.
Yeah, something.
Yeah. So he wins his award, but he's having technical difficulties, so no one's hearing him because it's Zoom. It's on mute, whatever. He forgot to hit unmute. So they start going through the next segment, and he's like, "No!" And the camera goes back. No! Give me my moment to shine. Give me my moment to shine. And the audio is back, so that he thinks his agent, his family, whatnot, which I thought was pretty hilarious. I forgot who the second winner was, but they're also African American. I thought that the Golden Globes this year was a hot mess. I didn't agree, and we're going to dig into this. I didn't agree with a lot of the winners, but as far as best television series for drama, none of us here really watched The Crown, and they keep raking in these awards year after year. But it beat Lovecraft Country, it beat The Mandalorian.
Okay, it's some. I'm gonna tell you something
Hold on, Chris. Let me just finish this one
Okay,
thing.
go ahead.
So I understand that these two shows getting beat, but Ozark, that I don't get.
I gotta
Yeah, I'm
tell
with
you,
you,
and
James.
Brooks can probably back me up on this. As a white person, we love royalty. We love royalty drama, especially British royalty, British rich people. It's what we love, and we will always put it above everything else. It's it at least that in my experience, that's what I see.
Oh, this is some good insight.
I'm actually going to agree with you on this one, Chris, because
I'm not surprised.
like every royal wedding, I will stop whatever I'm doing and make sure I watch the royal wedding. I have no
That is
idea
true.
why. I just
It's
do.
true.
I'm obsessed with the royal
Wait,
wedding.
are you
Like,
watching the Oprah Winfrey, Harry, and Meghan special coming out soon?
All this Harry
I'll
Meghan
watch it.
stuff, it's exciting. We love
get
it.
it.
We can't get enough of it.
Yeah, but that show, I haven't seen it, and I'm pretty sure it's great. I'm pretty sure the set pieces and the acting is top, the screenwriting. But Ozark, to me, yeah, Mandalorian and Lovecraft, that's the geek stuff. Yeah, it's not going to hit a certain. But Ozark, that was critically acclaimed.
Yeah, but James,
Ozark,
I love,
come on, Ozark is
no, I love Ozark too, but I don't.
Basement, Breaking Bad. I'm good on Ozark. It's not that great.
I don't
You said
think
Bargain Basement Breaking Bad.
Ozark.
I mean, the alliteration one thing, but
it's definitely
I
great
disagree with
value.
Pete, but-
Great value Breaking Bad.
No,
Yes.
no. Listen,
Great value Breaking Bad. That's even
Ozark
better.
is very good, but I don't think season 3 was as good as season 2. So maybe
the
that's why
last
it didn't
season,
win.
no, I agree
Yeah.
on that.
So
But-
that's probably why.
But every year, this Crown show just beating all these freaking TV shows.
Yeah,
Doesn't
by the
Maybe
matter.
you
way,
should take a watch.
by the way,
Maybe you
up
should
in,
watch and find out why.
up here in
Wow.
Canada, anytime there's a royal wedding, you're required to watch or you lose your health care.
But hey, Chris, on the flip side, I was happy that the best television series musical comedy, the winner was Schitt's Creek.
Yeah.
The
I
little
still haven't
underrated
watched
show.
it. So I'm
Yo,
sorry,
I feel like
haven't
it
watched
definitely doesn't get spoken about enough.
Wait.
How good that show is, yo.
Where's that show take place in film?
Canada,
That's right.
North America.
North America.
North America.
On Earth? Oh, well, that narrows it down.
That's right.
Terra.
I wish it was still filming.
Now, for best television limited series, which is basically all of the streaming services, Queen's Gambit won. Congratulations to Netflix. I have yet to watch that show.
Me neither, but I
It's
hear it's
good.
really good.
We watched
It's
like
good.
the first 2 episodes, and it's really good.
It is.
It's not something I'm gonna sit down and watch over my other stuff, but it was really solid. The acting, the stage setup, the way they had her going in between eras, like it was really interesting. They kept the whole thing interesting. For a chess movie, it's interesting. You know what I mean?
Totally
Like-
not what I expected.
Yeah, when you have a topic that at first blush may seem non-exciting and you can give it a lot of life, there's a lot of great direction and set design and acting that goes behind that. So I give it a lot of credit for that.
Fair enough. Fair enough.
Mm.
Best performance by an actress in a television series, again, The Crown, Emma Corrin.
I
She
love them.
looks adorable. She's probably a great actress. She beat out Laura Linney from Ozark. She beat out Jodie Comer from Killing Eve. She beat out Sarah Paulson from a show Ratchet I haven't seen, but I love Sarah Paulson
Mhm.
from American Horror Stories and a bunch of other stuff she's done.
she's in a lot of stuff.
She is. Best performance by an actor in TV series. Again, another Crown winner. This guy, Josh O'Connor, beat out Jason Bateman in Ozark. Bob Odenkirk from Better Call Saul. Better Call Saul. Don't tell me it's a bargain basement Breaking Bad.
Yeah, but
Some will argue
remember,
that show's better than Breaking Bad.
but remember who's
It's
picking
not.
this.
They-
This is
they-
this is the
they-
Hollywood.
It's
This
not
is
better
the-
than Breaking Bad, but it's a Breaking Bad spinoff.
This
So
is
it's
the
a totally
foreign
different
press
thing.
picking, right? So
This is
I
the what,
was-
Mike?
I said this is the foreign press picking the winners.
Yeah,
So-
those guys got their pockets greased.
Well, it's not just that. I'm sure they look at the Crown and go, "Oh, this is familiar to me. I like it." You know.
Yeah. But they came through for best performance by an actress in a TV series. Catherine O'Hara from Schitt's Creek, who plays the mom. She beat out no one that you really know other than Kaylee Kuko from Flight Attendant. Yeah, no one else really. And this show, Emily in Paris.
Schitt's Creek was so.
That got a lot of shit online when that came out. Like, they even gave it shit in the opening monologue. Like I don't know how that thing won awards because it really did not land well with a lot of people. But again, foreign press versus the Twitter public is a different group of people.
Schitt's Creek didn't land well with reviewers. With who?
No, I was talking about Emily in Paris. He said Emily in Paris.
Oh, Emily in Paris. My bad. Yeah. So Emily in Paris, they were sweetening the deal, for lack of a better word, according to LA Times, with the Hollywood foreign press. They were having these people stay in fancy hotels and getting them 5-star meals just to butter them up for the nomination. And then obviously they didn't win any of the nominations, but they got nominated.
Honestly, that's whether it's fact or not, I'm really turned off by most award shows. Because at the end of the day, I don't really think that. I think that it's all political, and I think that it's all there's no real pure judgment of the actual art and what you call it that's being put out. It's way too much politics involved. There's way too much even as a Black person, the signs of the times kind of figuring way too much into what you have to think about for nominees and winners of these award shows. So you got to be sensitive to Black issues, not shooting myself in the foot or anything like that, but it takes the purity of this is a season of women's empowerment,
so they overcompensate.
So we got to overcompensate to kind of keter for the season of what's socially the season is, and I don't know. I'm turned off by award shows. I definitely don't watch awards.
Well, on that same point, Keith, even beyond the social implications of some of the stuff, they've always given awards, and people will go, "Oh, that's more of a lifetime achievement award that guy won." It'll be like the Leonardo DiCaprio. Leonardo DiCaprio wins for his worst role, but everybody's like, yeah, it's because he had other great roles, so they're just giving.
And to me, that's total BS. It just ruins to me. Now I'm not gonna argue anything that they pick because it doesn't I don't think that any of those things are picked purely out of just the talent or the whatever it is that was a part of that category.
Yeah, Peyton Manning would have had 3 more Super Bowls if he didn't land in the Tom Brady era. It's just the look of the draw.
It's the same thing with sports. Sometimes the best player doesn't get MVP. It's more like hot for that season.
Which I dislike that as well. It's not a narrative award; it's an award. The person who is the most valuable player should be the most valuable player. It almost comes down to
yeah. Some of these awards, it's like they talk about the Heisman basically has become a quarterback award.
Yeah, the Heisman going to anybody else but the whole court. It's
once in a while you might get a running back once in a while.
Mm-hmm.
And it's a big deal when it goes to a running back or anybody outside of the quarterback. It should just be the quarterback award.
Yeah. Make us, if you can't not give a quarterback an award, make a quarterback award. Okay, we're moving. Okay, let's go back to the Golden Globes.
Yeah, let me just close out these last 2 big awards because I'm not going to go through the whole thing. Best performance by an actor in a TV series. This was a blind side or dark horse. But Jason Sudeikis, for those of you who remember him from SNL, won for a show that I've never seen, Ted Lasso. He beat out Eugene Levy from Schitt's Creek, Rami Youssef from Rami, Nicholas Hoult from The Great, and Don Cheadle from Black Monday. And he accepted the award in his Zoom, in his living room, with a sweatshirt on and his porn stash. Clearly, you could tell he was shocked that he won because he had no planned speech. He just it off the top. He's like, oh yeah, thank you guys, thank you Hollywood press, thank you. So that was something that went viral afterwards because he was just there I gotta be on because my agent tells me to be on. Oh shit, I won. That was hilarious.
I'm just here so I don't get fined.
Yeah, that was a version of that.
That's a great line. It took me a while to appreciate how great that line
was. It aged so well.
So the last award I want to cover real quick before we end this segment was the Best Motion Picture Award for musical or comedy. We joked about this a couple weeks ago in the pod. You know, the Prom, a show I've never seen. My daughter Serena has seen. Palm Springs, music, Hamilton. You guys might have heard that one. And the winner of that was Borat.
The musical?
Yes.
It's the
Or comedy.
musical or comedy.
It's another one of those things where it's
the category was
category.
Musical
or comedy.
or comedy?
Yeah, it's a
Yes.
weird
Those
category.
are two
right?
different
That's
things.
two totally different. Like that's
Didn't-
like the action or drama category.
Oh, and also he won Best Performance by an Actor in the same
Comedy,
category.
right.
He beat out Lin-Manuel Borat, Sacha Baron Cohen.
Well,
He beat
He
out
won Best
Lin-Manuel
Performance-
Miranda,
Yo.
and he's
as it is, Lin-Manuel Miranda was
Yeah,
not
like,
the best
see-
actor in his own
Yeah, he
thing.
wasn't the best either.
There's no way I could take an award show seriously. Like there's no way. There's no way.
Wait,
There's
didn't
no way.
that Matt Damon movie where he was on Mars win in this category like 2 years ago or something stupid like that?
Yes,
Like
it
they-
did. Yep.
They
Yeah, the
stuck
monster.
him into that category so they could basically give him a win because
Yeah,
there's
I
no
just-
real category. They build it as a comedy because he told jokes or something
Yeah,
stupid.
weird.
it's a weird category. Musical and comedy combined doesn't make any sense.
It's trash, is what it is.
I know Mike loves that movie, but that was a terrible movie.
I don't love the movie. I thought the movie was good. I thought Sacha Baron Cohen was good again. So I don't have a problem with him winning.
Okay,
I don't
so
see anybody who was funnier last year.
okay, question. Okay,
Who was
Brooks,
funny
you were
or a
going to
musical
raise your
piece?
hand, Brooks.
No,
What did you
uh,
want to say?
I don't remember. I think it was when we were talking about football and we were talking about the Heisman, and I was going to say Charles Woodson won the Heisman, and he was as a defensive back. I think that's all.
That was 20-something years ago.
I was gonna say, that's
That
like
is correct.
800 years ago.
But that was kind of my point.
We
is I was
were
like,
we were in college when that happened.
yes.
All right,
Also,
Mike,
one
I think I cut you
last
off.
thing, Mike. Best performance by an actor. The winner was Chadwick Boseman.
Yeah.
Posthumous award or not, the fact that his wife accepted the award and she halfway through her speech broke down to tears. She was like, he would have said, the following X, Y, Z, but I don't have the same words. I don't have the same ability. And then you could see that she was holding it together. That was pretty deep. I like that.
Yeah.
I did.
That was deep, but I feel like was the award warranted though?
Well,
He was going against Anthony Hopkins in a terrible movie.
What did he win for?
Best performance by an actor in a motion picture drama.
For that
What-
movie.
for what movie?
What movie?
Ma Rainey's Black Bottom.
I tried really hard to
I
watch
couldn't
that movie,
get
and
through
I
it.
couldn't.
I couldn't
Thank you.
get-
I felt like a horrible person, and I was like, "Why can I not get through it?" Because
Oh,
I
damn,
wanted
white
to
guilt.
watch it
But those-
so badly. White
But
guilt.
those
so
are
much white
always the
guilt.
movies. Those are I feel
Yeah,
very uncultured because those are always the movies that the best actor or the best
Yeah.
come from.
But if you
Always the
see,
movies I can't
if you
stomach,
see what
like-
he's going up against, it's Gary Oldman, Anthony Hopkins. It's other equivalent levels of like acting that's just so like boring and like this is some Shakespeare thing. Like it's
Okay.
very dry.
My future request is I want a motion capture award. I want an actor in a mocap award.
Yeah,
That's
but do we have
my
enough?
future request.
Do we get enough of those every year for an award?
Absolutely.
No, only
Sounds
one
like it's the
person.
case.
I was
Andy
gonna say
Serkis.
like you give
Andy
you give the award to the same person every year.
I know, right?
Dude,
Yeah, the
dude.
guy who did Lord of the Rings, who did Andy Serkis.
watch
Circus.
all your favorite movies are basically half mocap. So I think we should all take a look at the mocap options.
That's an Andy Serkis award, right?
It's
there,
an Andy
man.
Serkis, and he deserves it. Damn it!
He deserves it.
Gollum.
Just say you want
Just
him to
for
get an
Gollum.
award every year.
It's
for
the
Gollum.
Gollum
Last
Award.
Jedi,
We'll call
he
it the
doesn't.
Gollum Award, and he'll just win it every year, whether he participates or
Or
not.
Planet of the Apes, Caesar.
Well, he doesn't get it for Last Jedi, that's for sure.
Wait, he was in Last Jedi.
Snoke. He was Snoke.
Oh, he played. Oh,
Actually,
Exactly.
he had to get the
That's-
bag. I give him that one.
That is the
Well-
correct response, James.
well, no. That would have been for the Force Awakens. what's her name was doing the little bar owner.
Oh,
Lupita Nyong'o was
Yes.
doing the I mean, she's trying to get her bank account big too. Like
That's
Andy
right.
Serkis.
Yeah, go for it. Fight for that Andy Serkis award.
I'm sure she'll be in Black Panther 2, right? So.
All right. So now
She
that
better be.
James gave Mike a heart attack by going out of order, we're gonna move on to our news segment.
It's okay. When I edit it, this is gonna be B block.
Mike has the final word. On
So wait a
this
minute.
verse.
Why is there still Sunny behind Brooks?
Because she's in LA.
I'm in
No,
LA.
No, when he,
That's right. Mike's gonna change the lighting so it looks like it came first.
She's in Iceland.
She's in Iceland. Dark all day. All right. So we've got a couple of news stories here. And we're gonna get some opinions with everybody.
So I wrote Spider-Man 3, but I can't remember why. There was something about
the announcement.
We got the actual name of the movie.
the name of the
title.
movie, right?
Yeah.
So the three main actors had released a different names for the movie, basically playing the game of Tom Holland being this person who gives away things.
Can't keep his mouth shut. Yeah.
Right.
Nope.
So they've been playing on that basically for a year on him not being able to keep his mouth shut. So they all released different names. One was Spider-Man Home Slice, Spider-Man No Place Like Home or something like that.
Yeah, something like that.
So
Phone
I forget
Home.
what. Phone Home was the other one.
Yes, phone home.
But the real one, they released a little fun video, and they revealed that the actual name is Spider-Man No Way Home. Now, there's been just a million fan theories because they showed like this whiteboard with all the naming options and some hand-drawn graphics and stuff, and people have been just killing themselves trying to figure out what it all means. Do we think it really means all that much? Because Spider-Man Homecoming was very direct. It was the homecoming dance was kind of the final shebang of the movie. And then Spider-Man
Far From Home,
he was literally in Europe. Like it wasn't that deep.
Yeah.
So is No Way Home just kind of like, you could have been like the same thing in Infinity War with him, was he was really far away.
Yeah, but I'm wondering, with all the multiverse talk, is he stuck in the different
Mike, I'm with you, Mike.
Mm-hmm.
I think from all the casting news we're hearing how they're going to bring out all the different Spider-Mans from before. They're going to bring out characters and like the Netflix TV Daredevil.
Mm-hmm.
He's going to be like in all this different multiverse where he's going to try to figure out how to get back home.
Yeah, that's what I think too.
Yeah.
Okay, well,
I think the title is telling a little bit.
But it's a little direct. It's nice and direct. We're not feeling like there's some weirdness. They're not trying to point to Miles Morales because it says, or anything like that. It's just
Yeah.
Okay. I go with
I
that.
don't know. Yeah, but so the key thing for me is like, if it's going to be a multiverse movie, I want it to tie in somehow to WandaVision and Loki, and then tie into, then I want Strange 2 to tie into that as well, right?
Yeah. I think all those movies, with the exception of Loki, will tie into this whole multiverse idea. I don't think Loki's gonna go that full multiverse route.
No, but I'm hoping they kind of hint at, because he's supposed to be traveling around all over the place too. Loki.
Yeah, but he's just traveling around in time.
And one universe. He's traveling around in one universe in time, different time.
Yeah, because it's like the time police are the ones who are after him.
Yeah,
but we'll have
like
to see.
DC Legends. Remember how they go from time to time to all of a sudden the whole multiverse Infinite Crisis thing?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
All right. Next news. We'll give DC a little love here. Green Lantern Corps has been announced, an HBO Max
This is where I go on a
series.
break.
But interesting enough, it doesn't. I literally left. I found it interesting that they weren't just going to do another Hal Jordan joint, and it looks like they're going to be starring two lanterns I had not heard of. And
Jon Stewart.
no, Jessica Cruz.
Okay. She's
I-
the young one. Yeah.
So and another one, I forgot to write it down, but also with possible inclusion of Guy Gardner, who was the worst Lantern, and
Worst
Jon
one.
Stewart.
Okay.
Jon Stewart. You know who I love for Jon Stewart? Talk about casting. The guy who did Watchmen, who played Dr.
Oh,
Manhattan.
Oh yeah.
yeah, I like him.
That
That's a
actor.
that's a good idea.
Mm.
I don't have his name written down.
I don't have his name either. I think he's not British.
You said the
British
one-
black. He's American black.
The Alpha.
He's an alpha.
Yeah,
Oh damn! Yeah, I want that dude.
I know some of the chapter bros. Yeah.
Oh, all right. Good to know. Yeah, I want that guy.
That's a good
We're
choice.
going to campaign for him, like how people campaign for Rosario Dawson to become Ahsoka Katana in Star Wars. We're going to start the campaign for him to be
Well,
Jon
we
Stewart.
should have his name.
Heroes
if we're-
Peak.
if
Yeah,
we're
we
going to
should
start a
here.
campaign.
It
We
started here.
should have his name.
Yeah, we'll do
So
that
let's see,
offline.
it's Watchmen.
Watchman guy who was naked.
Watchmen naked guy.
Watchmen naked guy. Show
Dr.
me
Manhattan.
All right, so
Nick
2019
King's husband.
series. And how fast is my internet? Wow. I am not saying that name. I am sorry. Yahya Abdul Mateen the second.
Oh, he's
We should have
Like-
a segment
it's like
where
there's
we
been-
have Chris
There's another one of
saying
those.
people's names.
Dude, I feel so bad. So, okay, so he's also, that's why I recognize him again. DC, he's Black Manta in Aquaman.
Oh, he's already in a DC movie. Oh shit.
And he was in wasn't he in with Jason Momoa?
Yeah, that's what we talk about. Black Manta.
So
That's
DC
why
got
he's in
him.
my head.
DC got him already.
Okay, what do you guys think of the guy from Gangs of London?
I don't think he's a great actor. He's a great fight choreographer.
Which person in Game
The only the son. Oh no, the main protagonist.
Yeah, it's
The
the
main.
Wait,
The cop.
the son nerdy black guy?
no, the
No,
undercover cop.
The undercover cop.
Oh. Yeah. Yeah.
Honestly, his acting wasn't that good.
Okay.
What do you
His-
mean?
his
His
fighting
acting
was good.
alright.
Make sure that I have the right guy. Yeah.
I didn't feel like
Uh,
his acting was horrible.
I wouldn't
So-
say
Yeah.
horrible, but
So-
you want like somebody. Well, then again, this is DC. What am I talking about? Who cares about his acting?
Is he
You're
reading
right.
Shakespeare on
Yeah.
DC? I mean, I don't
We don't need
know. I don't
Chris
watch them.
Evans or freaking Chadwick Boseman.
Sope Derusu?
This
That's
is
all-
really. I think we
Everything
should
I
do this
say
segment.
everything I say ends in a question. And my voice goes, "Hmm?"
He is
Yeah.
British though, I think.
He's a give him. British actors will win in DC.
Yeah, because they actually are more talented.
Yeah, I thought I believed he was who he said he was on screen. So cool.
Yeah, he
and,
made me believe his character.
and he's going up against like The Rock, like as his DC
Oh, Black Adam.
counterpart.
Is, yeah,
Right.
That should be interesting, especially the physicality.
Yeah, and
All right, who else we got?
all right. So anyway, I guess that will drive us into the next big news, and that was the news that Superman, the next Superman film, is in the hands of Ta-Nehisi Coates.
Ta-Nehisi.
Ta-Nehisi.
Say that
sorry.
one more time.
Ta-Nehisi Coates. Right? Like you guys can laugh at me without helping me.
That's it. Ta-Nehisi.
Ta-Nehisi. Okay. So the question was, are they making Superman? Are they having a black Superman? In other words, are they doing a Val-Zod, or are we doing a black Clark Kent? What are our thoughts? It's caused.
You want me to go on this one?
It's caused the
Well, the first uproar on
The
the
f-
internet was, how
Yeah.
can you replace Henry Cavill like that?
the kerfuffle.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Nobody
that's the
ever
word.
There's
said
more
they were
to it.
replacing.
Expected
to it.
kerfuffle is
I
what I
actually,
would call
it's
it.
Yeah.
funny though. Like I really feel like that last Superman, like I actually I like him as a representative of Superman.
I
Henry
do.
Cavill.
Another
Yeah,
British.
he's
guy.
a great.
He looks it like he
He's
looks like
great.
Superman. He looks like he's just he's got the perfect face features. He's got the like he's a Superman type. He's a Superman type.
Mhm.
I'm gonna say.
I was surprised. Like,
Yeah,
there
I'm okay
are
with it.
some really great. If they just wanted representation in DC, they have lots of options that I'm surprised they have not made movies for. Like, even like a smaller character like Static Shock, that was a very popular popular character with a TV show in the 90s, early 2000s, that I'm surprised hasn't had a movie yet. Like, or do you think they're just going to do a different character? I don't know what DC's doing. DC's all over the place. This is why I like.
So
Why is it
let
always
me
either
drop a
black
little
or
bit.
white?
Let's James drop a little knowledge here. You know.
Why can't we
So-
have an Asian Superman?
So
Did you say
what's
vegan
happening
Superman?
here? You said Asian Superman.
Oh, I thought you said vegan.
What's happening here is DC also dibbles and dabs in this multiverse version like Marvel does, right? Marvel has multiverse, DC has their own version too. And it's one of these Earth Prime 5, whatever it is, there's a black Kryptonian / Superman who went through the same kind of backstory as Kal-El, but he's not Kal-El. He's like
Val
like
Zod.
Kal-El, like Kalel. You
Oh,
know,
there's a different one. That's right. There's two.
correct. He's also Kryptonian. So this version of Superman isn't meant to reboot or replace the Henry Cavill, Clark Kent, Caucasian version. He's another version that exists in another multiverse that they're doing the story of to break the light. So to me, it's like the Joker, right? Right now, there's like 3 different Jokers in a DC universe. You've got the Jared Leto version. You've got the version that's in the animated stuff, it's like you're watching the not Jared Leto. What's his name? Joaquin Phoenix.
Mm-hmm.
They did a whole movie with that version of the Joker in a DC universe, right? With that Batman, with Bruce Wayne as a kid. So my take is that this version is going to be its standalone. It won't be part of that Justice League universe where you have Wonder Woman's Batman, Henry Cavill. It's going to be its own standalone franchise if it succeeds.
Why do we need this?
Because DC has no plan. They're throwing shit out there like, hey, we can get our own version of Black Panther. Let's do it.
It goes back to that saying, just because you can doesn't mean you should.
I feel like DC is always reactive to what Marvel does.
Yes, they saw how well the Joker did as a standalone movie, and they're like, oh man, we need to do more versions of this. Take a character that's standalone, and then let's get a great African American writer and artist who's already who helped us with Black Panther. He can make this our version of Black Panther. We get $1 billion in the box office. You know, who cares about the toxic white fans that don't want to see a Black Superman?
See, I don't have any issues with it. I just find it weird, like mostly because they're not doing anything with the current popular face
Bingo.
of Superman.
That's where I am.
And here's where I'm going to make it a step further. Why are we getting a Supergirl? It's already been announced and casted before we finish the Superman because of the female culture also. The Me Too, the women empowerment movement. Let's get a Superman, a Supergirl.
See,
And let's make her, hold on, let's make her,
he sounds like a Republican.
hold on. Not only we get a Supergirl, let's cast a Colombian actress.
She's Latina, yeah.
She's Latinx, not Latina. It's a different
No, they
version.
don't like the term Latinx.
Incorrect.
I'm telling you.
I think it
I'm
depends.
telling you, the American Hispanics do
like
actually.
with everything,
Okay.
it depends who you talk to.
Yeah.
Well,
But-
it's
Yeah, I
gonna
met some
grow-
people who don't really like that Latinx joint.
But like I
Yeah.
mentioned on our text chat that technically, like, what the first Wonder Woman was half Mexican. So
yeah,
You
but
did.
it wasn't promoted as such.
It wasn't promoted.
Right.
It
Like-
wasn't promoted. You're like, no, she's half white.
like
She's all white for us.
I think if they could do this easily, if they looked like they had a plan, like, yeah, we're doing Henry Cavill and Supergirl's popular on TV, so we're definitely getting her out there, and we're gonna do Val Zod, and we're gonna do this. We're firing on all cylinders to please all the different fans, but they don't look like that. They look like they're just throwing shit at the wall because they don't know what they're doing.
But here's the problem: you in 10 years of Marvel MCU movies, you start from Iron Man, you go to Endgame, you have one basically continuous story. Now you throw in Cavill Superman and another Superman. You're confusing people who are not diehard DC fans.
Well, I
We're
think
confusing diehard DC fans too, but yeah.
DC has been doing things like Marvel haven't had characters. I would say movie characters in the way that DC has had movie characters. Like
absolutely.
Like Superman. Like Superman has been redone how many different times? Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, how many times has Batman been done over? Like, it just, like people just, you're just giving people more Batman movies, more Superman movies. Like, there's no stories to follow. There's no like Mike was just saying, like, MCU came out, like you're getting Iron Man. Iron Man leads you into the next Iron Man. Like you get all these characters that come out of it. They tie into a greater concept of what Marvel is trying to do. Then you get Endgame. You know what I'm saying? They're all together like I get no kind of like continuity of what are you doing in DC? Like, what's the point?
I think
just throwing movies at me just to throw movies at me.
This is where there's a huge discussion to be had. Marvel is completely different beast than all other movie continuity and movie series that has ever existed. And I don't think it was even past Avengers. It was on purpose. Pre-Avengers, I don't think it was on purpose. I think they were like, let's release a Hulk and an Iron Man and a Captain America. Yeah, that'd be cool, and we'll get them together. Like,
but look at how they did it, though.
But they
introduce characters they introduce characters, they pull characters out, like, and when they introduce a character in a movie, then like the next movie is about it just seemed like it had more purpose, even before.
Right. They did, but you could watch any of those first 4 movies, you could watch by itself, completely independent of all others, never watching another thing, and have a single satisfactory event. Right.
Yeah.
But
here's a bigger point.
So
Chris, here's the bigger point. The bigger point is with
Marvel. Let me finish my point here.
I'm sorry. Go ahead. Go ahead.
But like a Lord of the Rings or a let's hear, like a Batman Begins through Batman, the Dark Knight and whatnot.
Christopher Nolan,
that's a trilogy. You watch those 3 together, then you're done. You watch Lord of the Rings together, then you're done. Like DC has been. And movies in general have been in that mode. Some things, the closest you get to breaking out of that is like 7 Harry Potter movies. But then Marvel comes along and does this thing where it's different. You could watch all 3 Iron Man or the 2 Captain Americas or the 3 Thor movies separately from the rest. But other than that, it makes a cohesive whole in a different way than any other movie series has ever made a cohesive whole with completely otherwise separate movies. And DC is just blown. They're racking their brains because they want a piece of this thing that no one else has ever done before. And I think comic fans are like, why can't they do this? No one has ever done this before. And I think it's miraculous that it happened and that it works. And honestly, it didn't always work.
But it's storytelling. Like,
all right,
the stories are there in the DC comic books already. Like pick one, pick a storyline and do a couple movies about it. That's what Marvel did. And like, it's not like they invented some mythical way of storytelling. Like they're literally telling stories that they already wrote, and they're just adapting the whole story to a movie line.
So Keith and Chris, I know Mike, you're about to talk, but this is what I was trying to say when Chris was talking earlier, is because Marvel had made it their mission to not just focus on the spectacle of these comic book superhero movies, but also the story and narrative. Like if you watch the first phase of MCU, you compare that to the DC movies, outside of Wonder Woman and Man of Steel maybe, there's a clear difference. Is they're like, yeah, we're gonna give you the explosions, the popcorn shit, whatever, but we're gonna give you a simple story about the character that's gonna make you like Captain America: First Avenger. What do you learn about him that you didn't know in the comic books? Yeah, he's from Brooklyn, whatever, but he was willing to put himself. Like he knew he didn't have the ability to go help fight against the Germans, whatever. But they made sure they focused on you that the guy was selfless. Like he was a already born leader. He didn't have the powers, but once he had the powers, he still has insecurities and confidence issues. You see that, and then you look at Batman versus Superman. Like, what the fuck is going on in this movie? Like, other than the two of them fighting and exploding, there's no story there. And that's the difference between MCU and DC is they're not just focusing on the superhero aspect, but they're trying to give you a cohesive story that rings to you at the end of the day, like a message. Like, okay, I get that.
It's not even to me like I dig all that, and I think that shows up in like maybe the quality of the different movies. But I'm just talking about like what storylines do you like? What storylines do you know in DC?
See, I think
like,
the problem,
pick one.
To your point, Keith.
Don't know like
they picked three different stories. They basically picked three different storylines, three classic, very different DC classic storylines to do in one movie. They did Death of Superman. They did Rebirth is not Rebirth, but they did Death of Superman. They did Batman v Superman. And they did some Dark Knight Returns stuff.
Did a little bit of Flash Crisis when he
I think kind of like threw it all in there.
Way too much.
Right.
They focus in way too much on like per movie. But again, I'm gonna boil this back down to DC versus Marvel. I feel like Marvel always had better storytelling. I feel like Marvel was always the better comic product, and that's just me personally. And this it's reflective to me in these products. Like before Endgame came out, we were all thinking of like, oh, we would love for them to do a movie storyline about Thanos and the Infinity Gauntlet.
Yeah, man.
We want the Phoenix Saga. We want the like there are storylines. DC is more so about characters. We know about Superman. We know about Batman. Like give me a movie about Batman. Give me a movie about Superman. More the storylines and the larger stories that like encapsulate numbers of superheroes and that are that go across like several comic books. That's Marvel. That's not DC.
Marvel. Yeah.
Oh, so let me just add real quick, and then maybe we should move on to our next segment. But because seriously, we could probably talk about.
Maybe move on. This is Heroes Peak. It's what we're here for.
Yeah, but we're gonna talk Fantastic Four, aren't we?
Yes.
So okay, I was just gonna say that I think Snyder had a vision to do something similar to Marvel, and it got screwed up. So we're gonna see what happens with the Snyder Cut. But I read an article that his sequel to this movie was supposed to be like an Endgame with Darkseid.
And this is where I think the difference is he's trying to do basically Civil War and Endgame after he did Iron Man.
Right.
So if Marvel released Iron Man, Civil War, then Endgame, there is no
You're like, what the fuck is going on?
There's no build up, there's no emotional resonance.
No, that's the thing. Ant-Man may have sucked like as a movie. I wouldn't say sucked, but it wasn't the best. It wasn't the best.
I love Ant-Man.
It was funny.
Because of that movie, you care about Ant-Man and Infinity War and Endgame. You know what I mean? You look at Endgame and you go, yeah, I know that guy. He's pretty cool. You know what I mean? So they took their time to build it.
Yes.
They tried to do it with the Justice League, and they had such a good opportunity. They had such a good opportunity to do it with the Justice League, and they dropped the ball.
Mm-hmm.
They dropped the ball. That movie should probably have been a trilogy of movies.
Yeah.
And it should have been a lot more intense. Yeah. And like you should also introduce the Legion of Doom. And you know what I'm saying? Like it could have been such a bigger 3-movie epic, like
it's actually
DC
crazy
went
how
ahead
much
and did DC. And
how
they
much,
put
sorry.
too much movie. They put too little movie in one movie, and they wasted. They shot their load, and they really aren't analyzing what it is that Marvel is doing and why they're successful at it. It boils down to like storytelling. But you're not telling me a story that keeps me in it from movie to movie.
I also think they kind of left a lot of money on the table. Like, if you think you can bring fans to your movie theater to watch Batman and Superman and The Flash and Wonder Woman, release those movies and then put them together, and you get 5 movies out of it.
I like that, Chris.
Like, financially, just like put the money in and take the money. Like, it's the same problem I actually had with Rise of Skywalker. Give me a third in the trilogy, then give me a 10th thing to wrap up the entire thing. Give me the extra movie. I will pay you the money to give me more stuff.
The problem with DC is the same issue we're having, what Star Wars fandom is having. There's a split. There's a split between the fans that want one thing versus the other. The whole reason why we're getting this Justice League Zack Snyder is because there's a split between the DC fans where they're like, no, we wanted the Snyder cut. And there's a strong other side that says, no, we don't. This was terrible. We want we want a true architect to really helm this DC universe.
Right.
The other half is like, no, we wanted Zack Snyder's vision. We wanted a dark Superman. We wanted blah, 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 blah. And same thing with Star Wars right now. There's a split in Star Wars between the some of us and on one side, some of us on the other side. It's almost like politics. And Marvel, fortunately, and some of that's got to be luck on Marvel. It's not all great writing and all this stuff. They're very fortunate that they grabbed their D-list characters back when they had no one else and built the universe as they did. And then now they're getting their A-list, or Spider-Mans and X-Men, all that stuff. There's some luck with Marvel that they're able to do what they're doing. And to Chris's original point is that no one can replicate that. No franchise. Not Harry Potter, not Lord of the Rings. God help the Hobbit. That's about, the TV show that's about to come. That's just phenomenal. That's all I got to say on that one.
Yes, only now would I say the closest thing is Star Wars, and that's because they have this long-running popular franchise that they're just now starting to spread out with. Yeah, yes, we've had some cartoons. They're all relatively recently. All this spreading out is recent, whereas Marvel is like, hey, well, okay, we got this. Why don't we start wide and then come back in, as opposed to these other ones that are like, this is a 3-movie arc. Oh, hey, people will watch other stuff too.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, so I mean, the Snyder Cut's going to be 4 hours, so there's part 1 and 2 right there of your trilogy, Keith. And if they greenlight him, no, seriously, if they greenlight him for Justice League 2, you got 2 movies in this first one in his cut, right?
But
he put something together, that's cohesive.
But it's kind of a waste, because you're like, what? Why make a 4-hour movie when you can make 2 2-hour movies?
Yeah, I know, but
nothing DC does make sense. Period. That's it.
Seriously,
that's it.
Sound like James 2019.
No, I'm just saying, like, look at the body of work, bro. Like, there's not you guys are trying to make sense of something, but they keep giving trash. Like, look at their
Deja
body
vu,
of
right,
work.
Chris? What does this sound like?
All right. So it doesn't sound like we're praying at the altar of Kevin Feige here. We're gonna move on to his next possible project, and that is finally saving the first family of Marvel Comics, the Fantastic Four.
I do need a new Fantastic Four, though. Like, I need a legitimate Fantastic Four movie.
Do you guys remember?
But that is the beginning of something, though.
Do you guys remember
not a standalone movie?
The first ad with the Silver Surfer in the second Fantastic Four movie.
I almost went nuts.
It was so cool.
I almost went nuts.
When Johnny Storm was chasing him and he goes through the building. And then he leans over and comes through his own surfboard.
He comes through the surfboard like that.
I was like, this is amazing. This is going to be a great.
Then I heard Lawrence Fishburne's voice.
Yeah.
It was so cool and so wasted on that movie.
Galactus
and I saw the movie.
Galactus was a big twister.
The big cloud.
Galactus was a tornado.
Again, no super clouds. Please. Okay. So what we're
Do
going to
we
do
even
here?
want to talk about that reboot they did?
No,
Yeah, that was even worse.
No, not
That was even worse.
That should have been like to me. Those were DC movies.
Okay.
But you know what? Let me say something.
That's
about
part
that
of
movie.
this current umbrella.
Let me say something about that movie because the director also said that Warner Brothers kind of stifled him on it too.
Directors always start bitching after
I
the
guess.
public joined.
He wasn't bitching during the production.
I was about to say, like, you wasn't bitching when you was cashing that check.
No, but
Relax.
did you guys read about how they like they recut the movie, reshot?
I read it.
Yeah.
Months after everybody said it was bombed, and it was,
I wonder how that story would have came out. If,
I'm
like,
going to
people
ask
liked
this
the
question
movie.
though. So this same amount of oversight was given to, say, Patty Jenkins' first Wonder Woman, and yet when that came out, everybody was like, "Yeah, we didn't like the mustache on Ares, but man, that was a great movie." Like, and she fought for a scene that she said they were trying to get rid of and things like that. So what does that tell you that these other guys are like, no, everybody hated my movie, but it's because they interfered. Whereas someone else who said that she was interfered with still came out with a good movie.
Yeah, but hold on. She said one part of the movie that they're interfering with. It wasn't like the entire movie. They're constantly on her shoulders.
She basically said the entire third act was not
the third
her
act
choice. But also, like,
correct, which is the worst part of the movie. But the first two acts, no one interfered with that.
You know what? I think it was fine. And she said she had to fight for No Man's Land. So that is the best part of the movie.
Well, yeah, that was the best part of that movie. Yeah.
Anyway, the idea is that they have made fine movies. You know what? I give Man of Steel a lot of shit, and it deserves it. But it is. I
still love Man of Steel.
It is not a terrible movie overall. Right?
I don't love Man of Steel. It's okay.
I have a lot of issues I'd love to point out one
better
day,
than Borat.
But anyway, it's a fine movie. It came
Apples
out good.
and oranges,
Wonder Woman's good. Aquaman, for what you guys don't like, I think it's actually a fun movie, and that came out well. Like,
I like Aquaman better than Man of Steel.
Things
you like Aquaman better than Man.
Get out of here! Can you mute this guy? You can mute this guy.
So they can make good stuff.
For hate crime.
All right, we got way off track here again. Okay, we're going back to the Fantastic Four. So the Fantastic Four possibility, then coming back into the Marvel fold, into the MCU. So what we're going to do is we're going to give some casting decisions here. I'm going to make all of you casting directors. You can, you know what? If you're not sure, give us two options. We'll talk them through. All right, and
we got to speed it up though.
Yeah, we got to speed it up. So why don't we do it by character? We'll each give an option for a character, for the character we're going to talk with. And so the most important character, who's the most important character to get right in the Fantastic Four?
Reed Richards.
It has to be Reed Richards.
Like
right?
Thing.
That's right. I had so much trouble getting
his voice.
I feel like he's the core. He's the core of the actual team.
We can't bring Michael Chiklis back.
It is about
somebody
getting
better though. I think I got somebody. I think I got the perfect person for
it. It is getting Reed Richards correct, and then you can build the Fantastic
All right. So, Chris, how about you start us off? Who you got?
Okay. So, let me bring it up. I made a list. So I actually have 3 on here, but I'm gonna go down to 2 options off the bat. The first one is an award winner, and James is gonna hate the option.
Jesus.
And it is Sacha Baron Cohen.
You gotta be shitting me.
I think he would be
come on,
a cool Reed Richards. I think it'd be cool.
You know, he's
Sacha Baron Cohen. I think he's got the look. He's a little quirky, but he's very recognizable. He's got the height. He's a good actor when he's not doing Borat. He's a good actor.
You should watch him in that Netflix movie. What's it called? About the trial, the Chicago trial.
The trial of the Chicago 7 or something like that.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'd have to see him.
I didn't see that yet.
I'd have to see him in something else because, like,
I'm getting some negative reaction here from my mates here. Okay, so here's my other one. Ray Panthaki.
Who's that?
Mike's gonna bring him up.
Spell the last name for me.
Panthaki.
Oh, I got it. Hang on.
Okay.
Okay.
Mike's gonna show a face here.
Oh, what is this like?
He's a little bit. He's a little bit too chiseled.
Yeah.
I love him in this show.
Yeah,
I
So
know
watch
this
this
show.
whole show.
I know the show. He's a good actor. He's a
Good actor, very sciencey looking. Give him the white sides.
I wouldn't say sciencey at all. It was like
Oh
Ben's
yeah, he
Fitness
doesn't look
and
sciencey.
GQ.
He looks more
Gangs
like
of
he
London.
owns. He looks like he owns the science company, and like he.
yeah, he's
that's-
more like Doctor
but-
Doom.
But
yeah,
that's,
like he's more.
that's
Dr.
Reed Richards. Reed Richards is the smartest person in the Marvel universe.
Yeah, but he doesn't look like also the cover of Men's Health
I think
and Fitness
that's
magazine.
kind of a
Nah, but
an
he's
overdone
just too,
shot.
He's
I
just
think
too pretty. The dude is too pretty. He's
All right. Well, those are my two shots. I thought Sacha Baron Cohen was an interesting because he also was not the pretty boy look, and then that was my second one. Okay. What do you guys have for Reed Richards? Keith?
You know who I would think would be perfect for Reed Richards if we could turn back time?
Cool.
A young Jeff Goldblum.
Oh, no.
I would love
I'm
him.
so against this.
What?
No.
Dude,
No.
Jeff
He's
Goldblum.
too quirky. He's too quirky.
He's quirky in the perfect sciency way. He's definitely like he would like his hand motions, his little like yeah, I've got it. Like he's definitely
Yeah,
like
you know what? I'll allow it.
You know what? I
But-
always think Reed Richards is more of a dick than quirky.
Think so?
Yes, Reed
I
Richards.
feel like he could go. You could interpret his that portion of his personality. I think you could use creative license and interpret.
I don't want him to be
something
funny. I don't think he definitely should not be.
I don't
Tony
look at
Stark.
Goldblum
But
as
think about
funny
Gold-
though. It's
think
the
about
quirky,
Goldblum-
but not funny.
Think about Jeff in The Fly. He wasn't.
That's exactly
Yeah, that was
what
a
I'm
good one.
thinking.
Mhm.
It's Jeff Goldblum from The Fly.
Mhm.
That Jeff Goldblum, sciency, a little
Yeah.
bit like a little
Arrogant.
bit like neurotic with
Yeah.
the like to me like that was definitely the Reed Richards I see.
All right. Well, unfortunately,
Yeah.
it's 2021, and he's now
Okay,
just a
you're
giant
100%
quirky
right.
mess.
100% right. 100%.
But no, I see it. I see it. If we were to flash back to our college days, we could do. It'd be.
No. But you're 100%. You're 100% right. That was actually like just and that's the
That's
first
fun
thing.
though. It's a fun choice. I think that's just a fun out of the box option. I wasn't thinking ID4. I was thinking Thor Ragnarok when I was thinking how
I
Yeah.
see what you're saying.
it's like he's really leaned into the quirkiness, whereas before that
Mhm.
quirkiness was subtle, and I could see where you could get the kind of not very good with people science dude who's kind of in his own head all the time.
Yeah, that's like ID4 Goldblum.
Yeah, I can get that, and that's what you're going for with Reed Richards, and I think Sacha Baron
Yeah.
Cohen could do that.
I have to see him in the other stuff because like all I see is
Borat.
or that TV show, the show
Trash Rat.
That I don't. Like he just, I'm like, nah, that guy is just not.
All right,
not doing it for me.
James, who do you got for Reed Richards?
All right, real quick. My two actors are George Clooney as option one.
Too pretty.
Kinda old.
Too pretty.
He's older now. He's not as pretty as the dude that Mike
Yes,
had.
he's way too debonair.
You
Like,
guys are talking
All
about
right.
you guys are talking about Ray being pretty. That's like cover of
Right.
magazine guy.
it's like, oh, now Reed Richards is beautiful.
My number two dark horse is Anderson Cooper.
Oh, Rocket Raccoon voice.
Mm,
Also kind of pretty though.
a
Not
little bit
Bradley,
pretty.
not Bradley Cooper.
Not
Anderson
Bradley
Cooper.
Cooper.
Oh.
CNN?
Yeah, CNN Anderson Cooper.
He's a little bit.
not freaking the movie with what's her name, Lady Gaga, Bradley
He's a
Cooper.
little bit. He's a little bit chiselly, but like also a little bit gay to be married.
I mean, he's a
I'm
lot
sure he
gay.
could play
but-
straight
To
if he
be
was
married
Well,
to
I guess
Invisible-
it-
to
I
be
guess it
married to
depends.
Invisible
It
Woman.
depends who you cast for Sue Storm then.
Maybe his husband.
Yeah, there you go.
Or what's her name?
You want to throw the internet into a tizzy.
Jodie
Yeah.
Foster.
Yo, You want to get some MAGA hats in front of your house?
That's right.
Go ahead.
So
You go ahead and change that
so-
to dude if you want to.
So the Richards are a gay couple, and Sue has a transgender brother.
She's binary,
She's
I'm buying it.
and I don't mean her superpower.
Go for it, man.
I don't care.
That's right.
Hey, these are great casting choices. Come on, be
Anderson.
forward thinking.
Interesting. Okay. Mike.
I don't like George Clooney. I don't like Anderson Cooper. Come on.
All right, so
Anderson Cooper, I could deal with that.
my pick, and I think he would be okay in the role, and I think it would settle our long-going debate on this pod, is Keanu Reeves.
Ooh. Nah, he's not believable as a smart.
At first, I was excited, but then I was like,
Yeah, once I saw him in a lab, once you see him in a lab coat, doesn't sell.
I don't know. I could almost see it if you go really more of a quiet Reed Richards, like he's always rarely doing the talking, and you really forward Sue Storm as the spokesperson for the Fantastic Four, and he's like just the science dude.
He has to be the smartest brain on earth. I don't see it.
So my other choice is Krasinski. I like John Krasinski.
I think he's
I like him too.
I think he's
I
the
can go
popular choice.
I can go with that one.
He's got a
Yeah.
little bit of everything. He's a little bit more
Yeah.
everyman
Yeah,
looking.
especially if you know who. If his wife plays Sue Storm,
I
I
Emily
know. I
Blunt.
was just thinking that too. If Emily Blunt can play Sue, that's perfect.
That is
All right.
perfect. I like that, Mike.
I hate to call you out, Brooksy, but did you do any
I
fantastic?
did my homework.
All right.
I know.
This is the part where
Shocking.
I'll put in the trumpets and the horn.
All right,
Okay.
so Reed Richards, who do you have?
I don't know how to pronounce his name, so I'm going to butcher it like you normally do, Chris.
Oh, pull it, Chris.
I'll pull it up.
Regé Jean Page.
Oh,
He
Yeah.
is the star of Bridgerton, the Duke of Hastings.
Yeah, I know what you're talking about.
Oh, yeah.
Hang on, let me bring up
You
his
went
picture.
Bridgerton route.
Again, like I like the choice
Pretty?
initially, but he's a little bit just too pretty. Like,
But I feel like he can be quirky.
I don't know him from anything else besides all the pictures of people drooling over him. on
yes,
TV.
you're bugging out. Like that dude is way too attractive. Like,
You know what?
ah,
What if he was
He's up on the
Johnny
screen there.
Storm? What if he was Johnny Storm?
definitely I could see Johnny Storm, but
Yeah,
he
that's
doesn't
a good
look
choice.
spunky enough. He
Mhm.
doesn't look like he has that teenage spunk. Like, but maybe he can act that into himself. But like he's definitely closer to Johnny Storm than Reed.
But yeah, no, we all have our opinions, Brooks. That's a good.
Thank you. I was just proud of myself that I
I
That was a good one.
I
Made some
accept
pictures.
that before I accept George Clooney.
Oh,
there
Yeah.
you go.
God.
yeah.
Yeah, me too.
You too.
Yeah, me too, actually.
All right, we're gonna go in reverse order for.
I mean, if
Sue
you're going to go
Storm.
Clooney, you might as well go Brad Pitt. Like, why would you go
No,
Clooney?
that's not even the same. Oh,
Brad Pitt would be
No. Yeah, I was gonna
George
say.
Clooney's like 5'0".
All right, so Brooks, who do you have for your Sue Storm? To
Okay.
go with your pretty boy.
Yes. I had Zendaya
Okay.
because I felt like they made a good couple.
Oh, damn you!
I'm
but you
I
can't.
can't
She's
really
already in the
mark her.
MCU. Yeah,
Yeah,
she's
she's
already
not
in
He's
the
already
MCU.
MJ in the MCU. I hate to throw cold water on it.
Yeah, no, I realized that because some of my other picks are already people like from Black Panther, and so I was like, basically the rest of my list
I
is
forgot about MJ myself too because Zendaya was my top pick.
Oh, well.
But I got a backup though.
Okay.
Um,
All right. Key. No, we're on Mike.
Back up.
We're going backwards. So Mike, Sue Storm.
So for Sue, so I'm thinking like if we go Keanu, I was thinking Rosamund Pike for Sue. And if we go Krasinski, I would like Emily Blunt. So
Yeah, you got one of my two.
Yeah, I think Emily Blunt is a very solid pick, but
Yeah.
not only because of her husband, because she's a great actor. We love her in the
Oh,
Tom
yeah.
Cruise movie there, and in The Quiet Place. she's great. So
Actually, you know who she played well against too, which I don't think he would be a bad read, is Matt Damon when they were in the Adjustment Bureau.
I think the biggest thing about the Sue Storm Reed Richards thing is I think we need to find a good chemistry.
That's what I
pair
mean.
with good chemistry.
Have you seen the Adjustment Bureau?
No,
Yeah.
I have not.
Oh, you gotta see that. They were
I
good.
have.
Because I think that's what one of the things that really killed the Fantastic Four that we got was there was no chemistry in that pair.
Yeah, Jessica Alba looked like she was playing against her dad.
Well, and he looked like her dad.
Yeah,
I mean,
that
that was
too.
kind of a thing. So
Actually, I have a whole different pair.
okay, well, we'll get to you. James, what is your
So
Sue
Mike,
Storm?
Mike stole one of my two, Emily Blunt. But my backup, in the vein of Zendaya, I'm going with Missandei from Game of Thrones, otherwise known as
I think that's a good one.
Nathaniel Joanne. What's her
one.
last name? She was also in that
wait.
show
Mike,
on.
can you bring it up so I can't?
Yep.
I don't know who it is.
Hang on.
She was also on the show four weddings and a funeral.
Yeah, just give me a second.
It's Natalie Emmanuel, British
Natalie
actress,
Emmanuel.
British black actress.
Please hold.
Those are mine too.
Okay, here we go.
Yes,
Reveal.
I'll allow it.
Oh,
Yeah, no, she definitely can work.
Fast and Furious. Oh yeah, Brooks, Fast and Furious.
She can work.
Hey, did she die in Fast? She's still alive in that universe, right?
We don't really call it like a universe like you guys do, you know.
We? Wait a minute, there's more than you? We?
all right.
Absolutely.
It has to be cohesive to be a universe.
That's a good choice, James. All right, Keith.
I want to provide a caveat to my earlier choice.
All right, go ahead.
And this is the pair that I
Go for
want,
it.
actually. David Tennant. And
Ooh,
Oh, shit.
David
And
Tennant
that's a
is
good
actually
one.
a great
and
pick.
Jenna Coleman, both from Doctor Who.
Yeah.
Oh,
Okay.
I
Well,
like
David
that a
Tennant
lot.
definitely.
Oh, I love
I don't know about
David.
Jenna
And I
Coleman.
can even go Peter Capaldi.
Yeah, I think he's too
Wally's
old.
too old.
I think we're looking for a
Yeah.
younger pair, even
David
in their
Tennant
mid
is
40s.
great.
Yeah.
I'm gonna go you
Yeah.
one better too.
Okay.
Even Matt Smith. Matt Smith, who's younger looking than both of them.
Yeah, Matt Smith would be a
Yeah,
good choice.
Matt. I could see
I
a Matt
don't agree
Smith.
with you on
Nah,
Jenna
David
Coleman,
Tennant.
though.
I like David Tennant better.
But
Yeah.
David Tennant
David-
is my favorite only because he's the quirkiest. Like,
And he could speak like when he talks, you can feel Reed Richards snobby,
Yes,
smart.
yes.
Yeah.
But Matt Smith kind of does that to me a little bit in the sciencey nerdy portion.
Mm,
Yeah.
But I really love Jenna Coleman for his wife for the
and I think since we've basically decided that the Netflix Marvel stuff isn't MCU, that we can have him. He was the Purple Man.
But it was MCU, but I don't know.
Yeah, Netflix MCU. And what's her name? Hold on. And the freaking the black one, Luke Cage. What's her name was also in Civil War Civil War as the mom of the kid that Tony.
Yes.
So she did a dual thing. You could do that. Netflix and MCU, you could double dip.
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah,
Hey,
nobody's gonna remember his character on Jessica Jones. So
That's right.
I think we're safe.
All right.
and then we can
He
make
was
fun
the
of them for
best,
watching
though.
Jessica Jones.
I thought Purple Man was one of their best. All right.
Yeah, he was.
So I've got two options here. So number one, Samara Weaving.
This is
I
for
need
I need
Um,
a
who?
picture of that. I need a
From Knives
picture of
Out.
that.
This is for
Knives.
who?
Yeah.
His Sue Storm. His Sue Storm.
Mike,
Sorry, I'll pull it up. Hang on.
Yeah, I need to see that.
Well, guys, I gotta jump. I'm gonna go ahead and
all right.
holler.
well, thank you for joining us.
Oh, okay. Where is she from?
Knives Out.
Oh, okay.
Ryan Johnson
She
joint.
could work.
She was also in this horror movie we watched where she was the bride and her.
Knives.
Um,
No, not. Was she? No, I'm sorry. Yeah, you're right. It's
The game one.
Before I
Ready
leave
or
though,
Not,
I want to
that's
throw
the
in
one I'm
my.
thinking.
Yeah, ready or not.
Keith, go ahead. Finish your picks.
I
before you
just want
leave.
to throw in my pick for the thing, which is what's his name from Hellboy?
Ron Perlman. That was
Ron
my
Ron
pick.
Perlman.
Yep. That was my pick too.
Actually, either one of the Hellboys, Ron Perlman or the other dude.
Yeah, David something.
Either one of them, I'll take for.
Oh, the David from Stranger Things guy.
Yeah. Yeah, that guy.
I'll take either
That's a
one of
good
them
call.
for a thing.
Cool.
But yeah, I got to jump, guys. It's been a pleasure.
All right.
Love y'all.
Good
Peace.
seeing
All right,
you.
Keith, thanks for
Out.
joining.
See you later. Okay, so my other possible pick was January Jones.
I like her.
Good choice. Good choice.
Yeah, good choice.
Although
Especially, yeah.
she's still alive in the X-Men franchise, isn't she? As what's her Diamond Girl? What's her name?
That's if they take all of the X-Men characters.
I have a feeling
into
that's
the-
going to be like a. It
Yeah,
exists,
I-
but we're not going to talk.
I think
about
her.
that.
Yeah, I think her. You'll never see her character again.
But yeah.
see her.
There's somebody similar to her that's actually good friends with her. Hang on, that might work. Hang on.
Mike's
Don't tell me-
typing in good friends with.
No,
with
he's gonna
January
give
Jones.
me what's the name from Gone Girl, Rosamund Pike.
No, I said Rosamund already, but I'm
You
talking
did?
about somebody else.
She was good. Like I watched that, and it's creepy as all hell.
Gone Girl.
Yeah.
Look at me starting that.
But she pulled it off.
Hell yeah, too well.
I'll see if I can find it.
Okay. All right. So we're gonna move to Ben Grimm, our thing.
Yeah, I only have one candidate for Ben.
I actually
and-
have
and
two
Johnny.
because Ben Grimm is mostly going to be a voice,
The voice.
right? But the actor,
Oh, yes.
not only their voice, but their physicalness or their overall physicality tends to come off in a character like that. You know what I mean? So I have two options. Actually, surprise one. Jensen Ackles.
I like Jensen. I was thinking of him to be Johnny, but he's too old.
Yeah, he's older. He's actually
Yeah.
his voice is not gruff,
Yeah.
so it's not like Gruff the crime dog.
Yeah.
But it's a little.
Yeah, it's got a little gravelly to it,
Yeah.
but not too deep. Yeah, yeah. Good
Uh,
pick.
And my second one. Yes, who is she from?
Amy Smart.
Amy Smart.
She's been in a bunch of stuff. She's good friends with.
She was in Varsity Blues.
Yeah.
Yeah, there we go.
So,
And my second pick was Dean Jagger. You won't know his name, but you've been watching Warrior, right, James?
Yeah.
He's the big dock worker, the main dock worker guy who basically the main bad guy.
He's not the Scottish guy, is he? Or Scott?
I don't think he's Scottish.
Irish, Scottish.
Yeah, he's
This
the big-
guy?
yeah,
He's not that big, but yeah.
I mean he projects size. Like he's
Yeah.
not huge.
This guy, yeah.
yeah, I could see that. Yeah.
I could see him as a Ben.
I don't
Grimm.
remember his voice being that
I don't think
resonating.
I don't think I want a Ben Grimm that sounds like Danny DeVito or something so obvious.
You know what? That's my pick, Danny DeVito. I kid you not. Because you know Marvel's gonna have it something in their shows. There's gonna be some humor to it, and what better character than Danny DeVito playing the
I
voice?
think that's just so almost joke. Like I was watching Get Shorty the other day. Do you guys remember Get Shorty?
Yeah, I remember Get Shorty.
And so in Get Shorty, Danny DeVito basically plays an actor who's a superhero action star. And it's like it just feels kind of ridiculous.
I think Danny just makes you feel like he's always frustrated. He's always grumpy. Not so much deep Dikembe Mutombo voice. More like, like he's unhappy. Danny DeVito does that really well.
All right. So obviously James's pick is Danny DeVito, unless you have a second one.
No, that was my only pick.
All right, Mike, do you have a Ben Grimm?
Yeah, so my thing would have been Ron Perlman was one, and John Cena.
John Cena's an
John
interesting
Cena.
pick.
I think he
Huh.
could.
I think maybe.
I know
mean,
Brooks is happy.
Fast and Furious and
I mean,
alumni.
I do like him. Yeah.
Yeah, he's all right. He can do comedy, so
Yeah. I guess it depends which way you want to push the character. I can see that. All right, Brooks. Ben Grimm, the thing.
I had Vin Diesel.
okay.
It's
He's already,
clobbering time.
yeah. See, this is funny because he's already the voice of Groot, but no one even cares.
Yeah.
Is he?
Yeah.
I didn't know that.
Oh, you didn't know that? Yeah, he does.
Yeah, and
I am Groot.
he recorded "I Am Groot" in what, like 42 languages or something like that.
Yeah.
Really?
Mhm.
Well,
I mean, I guess it's the easiest line to learn in multiple languages.
Yeah, but that's a different. Yeah, his voice, I can see that.
Or another wrestler, Brock Lesnar.
okay.
Brock Lesnar doesn't have that deep baritone. He's just a big guy. Yeah.
But I think big guys have a very specific big guy voice, unless you're Mike Tyson, like your average big guy. Mike Tyson as Ben Grimm. All right, last one.
But the thing that concerns me, speaking of thing, is so the chickless thing looked terrible. Do we agree?
Yeah, I
I
agree.
think for its time, I think it was better than doing CGI.
I don't know. They could have made that suit better, but and then we barely got any screen time with the reboot thing, which I think looked better, but the character sucked. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So that my only concern is when he's actually Thing.
Yeah,
And I want a decent Thing. I'd love to see Thing go up against the Hulk. You know?
and that's what you have.
Vin Diesel will sell that.
I think
Yeah.
that's the difference. Is you need if you're gonna make it the Thing. The Thing has never in the movies doesn't seem like somebody who
Oh,
goes
shit.
against the Hulk.
You could do Undertaker. I just thought of that. Sticking with wrestling. The Undertaker.
So, what was I gonna
Okay.
say? Oh, yeah, and making his clobbering time, saying something that like child abuse or something
What?
in the Fan Four Stick movie. Was it?
Oh,
did
right. I remember that's
his
right. I forgot
brother
about
used
that.
to say it when he beat him up.
It's clobbering time. Yeah, that's
All
kind of.
right.
It was
We're off the
basically-
rails here.
Instead of a fun comic book saying, it became child abuse, like PTSD. Please don't do that.
It's
Marvel.
clobbering time. Cloverture. Mike
right.
used to kill me with that.
All right,
All right.
Johnny Storm. Johnny Storm.
Let me go first real quick because I
Go
want
for
to.
it, James.
Nick Jonas.
Okay.
Okay,
Okay.
Wow.
Good choice.
that's
I see
don't-
Brooks's
I don't love
face. I'll
Shit.
tell. I'm gonna tell Serena that.
I want to go next then,
Go for it.
because I picked multiples because like I was a geek, but one of them I thought I was going to get a lot of shit for, Harry Styles. He's kind of that pretty boy,
Needs to bulk up a little bit more, like Nick.
but Johnny Storm shouldn't need to be big though.
No.
Johnny Storm is
No,
a
I
guy
mean
on
like
fire.
lean.
He's
Like
got to be nimble. Yeah.
he's gotta be
not-
like keto lean.
But
Not
as we've seen with all of these actors, they can make anybody look buff. My other way out of left field option, and I don't think it would work because I think as an actor he's too small. But that's Aiden Gallagher from the the Netflix series about the family crazy superheroes. God, why am I blanking?
Aiden Gallagher.
Mike, help us out.
Mike's gonna
Oh, wait a minute.
bring it up because I'm blanking. I had this all prepared and then I forgot.
Oh, you're talking about Umbrella Academy.
Yes, Umbrella Academy.
Oh,
He's
that's
too small and young.
He's 17 now. If you make it, he's a
Oh
younger
my
brother.
God. He's tiny.
He is tiny, which is the kind of what threw me off. But I think it'd be an interesting choice. He's a great actor. I love him in that show.
Yeah, he could be a young Reed Richards too, which is hilarious. But
He could be a young Reed
or
Richards.
flashback sequences.
But I think it'd be an interesting choice for a Johnny Storm who's not Chris Evans. He's just a kid who can catch on fire. It's just a choice. It's an artistic choice. All right, Brooks, Johnny Storm.
Well, I messed up because I picked somebody that was already in the MCU.
That's fine. We're
So
Who was it?
I picked Michael B. Jordan.
He's dead. He's fine.
He also played the character
also played
before.
Yeah.
Oh, he did.
Yeah.
Maybe that's why I thought
He
it.
was
I
in the
see
Fan
a
Force
theme
Stick.
with your picks there.
Let's save this little clip for one of our end of the year.
Mhm.
That's
tidbits.
good. No, hey, it was a popular pick at the time. I think most people. He could have been great in a movie that really wasn't great.
Yeah, you know, he was cast because Josh Trank cast him, had him in Chronicle, right?
Mm.
So they worked together before. So I mean, and I thought he did a decent job in the movie that had a terrible script and a terrible blah 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 blah.
Right.
So,
All right, Mike.
my pick for Johnny would be Rami Malek.
Interesting.
Interesting.
Yes.
How old is Rami Malek?
Interesting.
He's under 30, right? It's got to be under
So
30.
let's find out.
I don't think he is.
I don't think he is, and I don't really agree with that
He was
pick by
born in
Mike.
81.
Yeah,
Oh,
Mike.
now I have to do math.
Not a good.
I
pick.
know.
Not a good.
He is not young though. Wait, 81. That's
He's
only
not.
4 years. It's only 4 years younger than us. He's 39.
He's 39. Nothing about that guy spells to me Johnny
Johnny
Storm.
Storm.
I don't know.
But I'll allow it. I'll allow it.
All right.
I'll allow it.
So Mike, what you're gonna have to do is take the faces and for each of us, show them on screen, each of our Fantastic Fours.
By the way, I can see him as a Reed Richards. Why do we?
Maybe.
Because he's another smart, quirky guy that
He is very quirky.
believe that this dude's the smartest person on earth.
Is he really short though? For Reed, that's the only. I know we shouldn't be casting
Yeah.
tall people for Reed Richards, but it feels like
Yeah, look at Tom Cruise. Yeah.
He's 5'7".
Shit, he's my height.
All right,
Also,
I'm gonna
my
add-
height.
I'm gonna ask this as the probably the only person who did it. Did any of you cast Doctor Doom?
No, I didn't
Did.
really think about it. I didn't.
I thought about it,
Because there's
like
what
glanced,
is the
but I was like, I don't
Fantastic
wanna-
Four?
but
if
Chris,
you don't
I
cast
cheated.
Dr.
I
Doom?
googled it, and I already saw a couple of rumors.
All
So I
right, so
cheated.
I
But I
have-
did look it up.
I have 3 options for you, and you tell me
Okay.
which one's the best. Okay, I didn't do any what other fan casting is. These are mine. So number 1,
Okay.
Anthony Starr, Homelander. He
Oh, I hate him so much. I hate
he's
him
he's the
much.
bad guy. He's supposed to hate
Oh.
him. He's
You're supposed to hate him. Yeah.
But
that means,
I hated him so much I could not continue watching the show.
that means he's doing a good job.
that's right.
No.
Okay.
Get that guy a Golden Globe.
Okay, so not Anthony Starr. All right. Robert Sheehan. So also from the
Why does that name
Umbrella,
sound familiar?
also from the Umbrella Academy. Talk about quirky. He
Oh,
is he is the time traveling or the ghost having brother.
Yeah, the ghost guy.
Now
Yeah.
he's kind of prettier looking, but I think he
Oh,
could make it
no, thank you.
interesting. All right. Oh, wow. I'm not getting any good responses here. All right.
Well, over to you, Chris. Come on.
Last but not least, Jonathan Majors from gosh, I'm sorry guys, my brain cut out.
From Lovecraft?
Lovecraft Country.
Okay.
So
Who's
he's
that
the
from
main
Lovecraft
character in
The
Lovecraft
lead.
Country.
He's the lead.
The lead.
Oh. No.
Oh my gosh, really?
Go for 3.
Yeah. No.
I go with him.
I think they're
Yeah, I know
all
you would.
I think they're all fine actors, and I think they'd all be a
Fine
different
actors, wrong role for them.
for Doctor Doom.
Yeah.
No, you guys are
I need
weird.
someone,
I-
someone
no,
that someone
seriously
that,
though, I
that
want to see this guy.
exudes a little more intelligence.
I want to see this guy in an MCU film.
I do.
I
Not
don't-
that role. Not that
I
role.
don't think Doom is supposed to exude. Yes, he's a
Oh,
smart guy.
by the way, that actor is also rumored to be Kang the Conqueror.
That's
That
right.
actor.
That's
Yes.
yeah. That's
oh,
why.
Yes,
that's
Chris.
right, King the Conqueror.
Mhm.
Yeah, I don't think it's supposed to be intelligence with Doom. To me, it's overconfidence and power. Like he is supposed to just exude power. And I think Anthony Starr does that. All right.
We all have our own opinions.
I know. That's why I'm quiet.
Kidding.
And I guess I win because I'm the only one who did the homework. All right.
I was gonna tell you Viggo Mortensen was gonna be my pick because
That's a good choice.
He's a heavy choice in fan casting on the internet.
Again, I think it depends on what age group they're going for. Not that you can't pick a 50-year-old at these point in time.
Sure.
Especially a guy who's going to be a lot of armor. But yeah,
True.
I think Vigo's great. I've always loved Vigo in all of his stuff. So, but I was looking for kind of more 30-somethings, somebody newer. So
I hear Hayden Christensen isn't doing anything.
Wow. That actually would be a great freaking casting if he wants to get back in Hollywood.
No.
Yeah. Just say some dark lines and look moody. Come on, man.
All right, we had one more piece of the puzzle for tonight, and that was we were going to talk about just everybody give a shout out to a show or a movie or something, what we're watching.
Yeah, we got to be quick though, right? Because we
Yeah,
got to wrap up.
just a
Yeah, wrap it up.
recommendation. This is not a breakdown. This is not a list. So, Mike. I'm going to give you a first shot. What are you watching that you think other people should watch?
As far as TV series, I'm just gonna go with Superman and Lois right now. I just started watching it too. I'm gonna check out the second episode. I was impressed with the first one. It's not that I hate the CW shows; they are a little lighter. They can be a little campier sometimes, but I was impressed with the cinematography and the story so far in this one. So,
Okay.
check it out.
Yep, I watched episode 1 myself. I liked it. We'll probably continue. Brooks, do you have a show that you were going to recommend?
I have
Or movie.
a movie that I'm going to
Movie.
recommend,
Cool.
which
Do
is
it.
Judas and the Black Messiah.
Okay.
It is the Fred Hampton story
Mhm.
of Black Panthers in Chicago in the late 60s.
Mm-hmm.
I would recommend it. It was really, really good.
Solid choice.
Yeah. Thank you.
Okay, James, what do you got?
So I started watching some long overdue anime shows, particularly Attack on Titan. It's interesting. I recommend it. That's all I gotta say.
All right, and I'm also going to go the anime route.
Naruto.
Shocker.
Yeah, we know.
I'm going to cheat and do 2, and one is on HBO Max. It's called Tower of God. It is also very interesting, but has great little cliffhangers from episode to episode that kind of pull you along. Not what I expected it to be. Interesting style. And then the other one is on Netflix, and that's Megalobox, which is actually a boxing anime.
You told me that one.
And I think that's got a better main character than than Tower of God. More interesting that way. It's a little bit more straightforward of a show.
Is there anything for adults you can recommend?
The weird sci-fi.
Stop it, Mike.
I'm kidding. You know I watch all these cartoons too.
I was gonna say
Yeah.
you don't want to recommend those kind of anime.
What's with all the tentacles?
All right, that's a little bit of what we're watching. Little recommendation.
So
And-
Brooksy has an announcement before we wrap
before
up.
we head out.
Oh,
Tell
what
us
is
what-
this?
what
I
is up?
do.
When
What?
is what?
Is it?
F9.
Oh, good.
F9. The Fast Saga.
I'm looking at my
long
keyboard.
The long anticipated next movie in the Fast and Furious series officially comes out on May 28th of this year.
Where?
In theaters or on streaming platforms?
Probably both.
Probably both.
Who's-
Yeah.
Who's the company behind F9? Is it Paramount?
No, it's Universal.
Universal. So okay, that's not coming to HBO Max.
NBC
anytime soon.
Universal.
Now, what would you
Questions I don't know the answer to.
That's NBC Universal.
So
what would you call that universe? Would it be the Furious universe? Would
it's
it
the
be
Fast.
Fast Universe. That's the
FF
Fast
universe?
I'll go with Fast
Fast.
Universe, but I feel like it's just a
That
movie
seems-
series.
Fast,
a
because
universe?
there's always
No,
a term
not
fast in it.
anymore. Not
Always a
anymore.
term.
Can we
Because
call
the
it the
Rock.
Tokyo Drift universe?
No, they had The Rock and Jason Statham had a spin-off movie giving you the official universe necessity.
Designation.
Yeah, I was right. Universal Pictures. That's what's behind it.
Wait, was Hobbs and Shaw what, a Fast and Furious movie or something?
Yes.
No.
It is.
Wait.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
Hobbs and Shaw is an official
Fast and Furious. Yeah.
Yeah. Just like Tokyo Drift is technically
Technically,
the third
this whole
one?
thing is called a Fast franchise.
No, Fast franchise. Okay.
It's a franchise. There we go. It's a franchise, not a universe.
No, yeah.
I don't know if that's the same thing.
I guess you would put that in the realm of the Bond franchise. Like you would call the Bond franchise more than the Bond universe.
More like
But it-
Burger King. It's pretty good going down, but after a while, it just doesn't sit right.
I have no idea what that was.
That
don't
came
either.
out of nowhere.
All right. Well, on that note, you know what? When that comes out, Brooks, we're going to expect you to have a full breakdown. We'll have a
when it comes out,
we'll have a whole show dedicated to it for you.
this is
Comes out in
my god,
movie
this is
theaters.
so exciting. When
You
it
know-
comes out, I'll have Natalie on, my friend Natalie. She's also a big Fast and the Furious fan.
Okay, and we're gonna expect that you are going to tell us. You're gonna list them best to worst.
Okay, I can do that.
We're gonna do a rankings show for the.
Yeah, actually, yeah.
Yeah,
I like
really
that.
too. Because you know,
Yeah,
I
I'm
give, I
with
give the
it.
movies a hard time, but I've seen every one of them. So
Yeah, they're especially overseas. They do better than Star Wars. They do
Mhm.
better than a lot of other franchise movies.
Yeah.
Yep.
Okay.
cool.
All right, that's my announcement. Thanks for listening.
Awesome. And that's it for us for tonight. Mike, where can our listeners find us elsewhere? Or tell their
Right.
friends about us.
Everybody, go to your keyboards right now, and you bring up your Facebook, your Twitter, your Instagram, and your TikTok, and we're at Heroes Peak. Then you
That's
go
right.
to our YouTube, you share all our videos, and you smash that like button. And don't forget to subscribe.
That's right.
And leave a comment from time to time. Give us
Yeah.
a comment.
If you
Comment,
must.
5 stars, whatever.
Talk to
thumbs
us.
up.
Yeah,
Speak
let
your
us know.
mind.
Let us know who you would pick for the Fantastic Four.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, there you
And,
go.
and tell me why Anthony Starr is right for Doctor Doom. Okay,
Tell
everybody.
me why Borat sucks.
Oh,
Oh, I'm telling you, if you had Sacha Baron Cohen versus Anthony Starr,
I'm with you. I'm with you there. I'm with you.
I think you would
Let's
have
make
a
it happen. I'm
great
gonna make
show.
some calls after this.
All right, good. Get
All
those
right,
people
everybody.
on board. All right, everybody. Thank you
Thanks
very
for
much.
watching.
Have a
Good
great
night.
week.